Welcome to Ixion. My name is Nilaus, and this is a showcase of an upcoming game. It's called Ixion, and it is available right now on Steam as a demo of the first little mission. And I wanted to try it, and I just absolutely loved it. So now I'm going to do the showcase for you of the first mission, and then see if you like it as much as I do. So here's the deal. If you like it, show me that you like it by hitting the like button, commenting, yelling at me for wanting to play more. And also, of course, consider subscribing to the channel so that you can keep up with all the good stuff that's coming. If you like the game as well, then head on over to Steam and add it to the Steam wishlist. This makes a big difference for indie developers, so that Steam can see that this is not just yet another game, but it's a game that actually is interesting and that it matches some of the other games that we like here on the channel. So let's do that. Now, what kind of game is it? It is a colony game, space station colony simulation management game that also has a bit of logistics to it, so that's tickles my fancy. And on top of that, there's exploration, and on top of that as well, like there's a really cool thing. Like just look at the setting here. This has all of the cool vibes that I like from my space opera. So great music, great graphics, great story, great setting, great soundtrack, and also really good sound design. So I'm super excited about this game. Let's dive in. First, there is quite a long intro cinematic, so let's cruise through that and watch it, and then let's jump into the game.
Launch control, we have Tiqqun clearance for shuttle launch. Initiate Stanford protocol.
Clear procedures, check. Guidance go. Batista safety protocol, check.
Launch control to EMB Charon. All systems are go.
Launch is imminent. Personnel are instructed to evacuate the launch pad. PPS Tiqqun to EMB share. You have clearance for final approach. EMB share. You have been assigned to Tiqqun docking bay. Welcome on board, passengers.
And here we are in the game. Finally we got in. I absolutely love that cutscene. It's so well worth watching that.
Shuttle EMV Charon is now docked. Sector 1 empowered and pressurized. Munchie decontamination protocol online. Disembarkation authorized. Message to crew members. Welcome on board the Tiqqun, property of Dolus Aerospace Engineering Corporation. You will soon be given your assignments, but until then, please continue to wait near the docking bay. We hope you have a productive voyage and would like to thank you for your contribution towards humanity's future. Administrator,
Thank
I
you.
am Eden, the personal assistant installed on board the Tiqqun. In accordance with the Munchie Protocol, I have been designed to take into consideration your complete psychological profile so that I may more accurately respond to any needs you may have. My primary purpose is to ensure the Tiqqun's automated systems function efficiently. I will keep track of the tasks that are necessary for you to fulfill your prerogative of reaching Proxima Centauri and carrying out field research, mining operations, manufacturing protocols, and Dolos colonization tests.
Right, there we go. We are there's going to be a lot of tutorials here in the beginning, but I'm going to try to skip those. Those next transmissions will come along. I want to play those, but they are a bit verbose. There are a lot of things going on in this overlay, and what I'll just show you briefly is this is the 3 layers we have. Can I even see the 3rd layer? Yes. So we have like the star map where we can see the sun, the earth, the moon, and we have Tiqqun here, Mars, Jupiter, all that available. And we have the overview here where we can see the Tiqqun station, and then we have inside where we have different sectors. You can see down here you have different sectors, and we are in sector 1 where we can start working, and that's where we're going to be starting working from here on. And I think it's time for us to show. Here we have all the different resources we have available, our workers available, our power, the trust in our administration, and the hull integrity as a whole.
Administrator, I wanted to introduce you to your first tasks person. I'm Dolos' cryonics lead, Marduk council member Giovanni Battista. So, let's see. Your first objective will be to begin setting up essential infrastructure aboard the Tiqqun, meeting the environmental conditions that are required to support your crew. Having laid these foundations, you will then oversee the installation of the Vol engine and perform a short test jump to Proxima Centauri. Upon arrival, your research teams will carry out a brief survey of local space, gather a few rock and coal dust samples, fire up the colonization protocol, begin building the foundations for mankind's future, yada yada yada. And then you'll come back.
And then we'll come
Now,
back.
in order to achieve this, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the Tiqqun's core functions. It's no big deal. There's the production, stockpiling and distribution of resources, construction, balancing of power output with allocation. Oh, and space exploration, you know, setting out expeditions and all that. Basically, everything needed to establish scientific advancement and harmonious autonomy on board the Tiqqun following the first test of its Vol engine. Eden's gonna display and keep track of your main objectives. Oh, and Administrator, don't let the position go to your head. Veneer has insisted to center Dolos' focus on the Tiqqun. But this mission is just in preparation for our next project, the Protagoras. The Marduk Council worked damn hard to pull this mission together ahead of schedule. So, toe the line, do as you're told, and bring the Tiqqun back in one piece. Leave the grand gestures and saving of mankind from ecosystemic destruction to us, okay? One last word of advice. We don't all think like Veneer Dolos. As of yet, no human law has been officially established amongst the stars. That sounds like an opportunity knocking to me.
Right, that was a bit of talk. Before we get into the next one, I will just show what I've done. I just built a workshop. This enables me to build stuff, and I have then connected it with a road back to our, can we say hub? This is the docking bay Vancouver. Then I built a stockpile, and you need to set the stockpile that can store one thing. So I set it to store alloy because that was what this set up here in the overlay. And what we can do, this can store up to 100. And then if you can see here, for example, this one I can't take because it is not connected to a road. This one is not connected to a road either, and therefore we can't take that either as well. But these are connected to roads, so we can, for example, take how much do we have in this one? 28. So if I tap this, you can see that they start transferring here. Basically, these little drones here, they are instant spawning at the location which is nice, and then they disappear at the other location. So it's very simple in that regard, and there will be 5 of these tasks at this location and the
I
next.
have established a connection with Dolus's lead data scientist, Emma Klein.
All right, so that's that means we can build this, and if we look at other locations here, there are some things that are not. This is some other things, so let's also build another one of the small stockpile that will be getting that resource. So you can see here, they will start by transporting from the stockpile into here to build the 10 things needed. And once those 10 are brought in, you will see the progress bar on building. This will be selected as polymers. There we go. And then I can check that polymer, and that will be getting into that location. Now at this point, we still have 100. And we're in the process of emptying this one. I'll also set this one up for emptying so we get this space available for building. And then we get to the next transmission, and let's hear that.
Administrator, Mr. Dolos has made it abundantly clear when it comes to security. Given the importance of the Tiqqun, we must have full control over what is happening inside the station. My name is Emma Klein, Dolos' lead data scientist and member of the Marduk Council. My department have just completed final synchronization between Eden and our data treatment tool, the DLS. The DLS, or Data Listening System, is capable of scanning, recording, and parsing exchanges of any kind. The DLS programming that is a part of Eden will filter all data collected and bring to your attention only the most relevant information. It will also provide you with a condensed overview of any situations that may arise and formulate potential future outcomes. It will permit you to give direct orders without having to go through additional unnecessary paperwork. Eden will then take care of everything via their DLS accreditation. As is often the case with tools produced by my department, I think you'll find that once you start using the DLS, you'll never be able to do without it. Oh, and before I let you go ahead and start writing history, Dr. Munchie, our lead medical expert, wanted me to bring to your attention a possible side effect of vol jumping. Whilst there is a correlation between prolonged space travel and the development of early onset dementia, he believes that a vol jump has the potential to accelerate this process, although this is yet to be proven. His recommendation is for you to immediately send any crew members that are exhibiting uncharacteristic or symptomatic behavior to an infirmary, as these facilities are equipped to treat the mind as well as the body. Remember that all of your actions and choices are being recorded by Eden. We are not affiliated with any national or even international organization. The only people that you are answerable to are those of us who sit on the Marduk Council, who represent the collective interests and ambitions of the company.
Right.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
So here comes another feature, resolve the event. And this is basically feels very much like how it works in Frostpunk, where you get like a request, and basically get Mr. Tiqqun crew members currently have no means of collecting food supplies from storage. I also suggest impending crisis due to an influx of hungry crew. Subsequent accident rates are predicted to rise by 64.7%. Tiqqun social ecosystem theories direct that mess halls can be used as both ration and distribute food provisions in a stellar habitat setting. A commitment to provide food to the crew would reaffirm your position as competent administrator. So basically we will get some of these, and it seems like you can either pledge to do something and then you have to do it, or suffer some consequences, or you can just refuse and then suffer some smaller consequences now. But in this case, this is part of the process, the tutorial, so we need to build this. So that means we now need to make a mess hall. That is under, so you can see more tabs, structure, food. That is the mess hall. We are gonna get a mess hall. Let's build that here. And we rotate. Let's build it. We'll build it here. Then we can make another road down there. That could actually almost be like a little city block we have here, couldn't it? That'd be a nice little city block. There we go. So what we're seeing now is we are bringing this from here. Now, I actually think I want to build, and I don't think that's necessary or at all, but I think I want to build an extra one of these, because that means whenever we build stuff, we can actually have twice as many go out to build this there. It's going to take more power. We're consuming the power up here. So once we have this built, it'll be nice to be able to get more. And I want to make sure this is the one that gets emptied first. Which ones... First, you can see that they are working first on the construction task, where they'll just go back and forth. There will be 5 in action all the time. As soon as they go in here, a new one spawns back here. And they will be ready to go. And then they start filling up the next. So construction tasks seem to have priority. And after that, we will be refilling this again. And you can see now they are emptying this part here. And now this part is being emptied. Oh, that's actually interesting. Why is that? Did I mark this one for emptying? I guess I did. I really wanted this to be empty. What about you? Where are you going? Oh, you're not built yet. You are still under construction. So once that bar progresses, then we can go here. This will be topping up here. I want this to be empty so I can continue this road over here and tap all of those other things here. I don't want to take this yet, I think. We'll get back to that. But we have the mess hall. The mess hall is active. Set the stockpile to food. Alright, we need another stockpile then. Maybe I should make this one a food stockpile then. Should I just do that? There, food stockpile.
I have an incoming transmission from Marduk Council member Henry Bargeville.
That sucks. I really wanted to build it here. That's now 100. Incoming transmission. We'll watch that in a bit. You know what? I don't want that. I'll do this. So you'll empty this. You'll probably empty that one as well. I really need this emptied. Oh well. There's also the option of speeding up. So now they are twice as fast. This is now going to be filling up. And then we can't change it to something else afterwards. Well, since we have that. I really need this to be empty. Ah, look at that. They're actually taking that. Alright, so I'll just build that stockpile here. And this will be the food stockpile. There we go. And let's see, anything else interesting out here? No, not yet. I need this one to go away as well. There we go. Finally, we take this, and that means we can now continue the road further down this page as it gets emptied. No, it didn't get empty. There's one left. Are you kidding me? Oh, the next one.
Day to embrace our fate, don't you think? I am Henri Bargeville, writer, philosopher, lobbyist, but most of all member of the Marduk Council. I have taken the liberty of personally arranging an exchange out of courtesy with the Oceanabi, a ship in high orbit belonging to one of our commercial allies, the Ashtangites. Even though they are a small organization, the Ashtangites are important partners who share the same pragmatic, moralistic, and spiritual outlook as we do. The Oceanabi will provide us with a source of food while carrying out the Tiqqun's initial testing. By making it the first exclusive trade partner of the Tiqqun, we will demonstrate to our long-term allies that Dolos wishes for them to share in our successes. Please assign a cargo ship so that we can check the trade routines. Administrator, trust in genetic connectors. Serve similar space will reveal the pattern.
Right. End of transmission. So now we got another one. New objective, space exploration. But we also have something in here that needs to be reassigned. Administrator, some crew have no quarter to live in. During human history, unnecessary homelessness has always been an indicator of civilization decay. Don't reproduce humanity's basic mistakes on board the Tiqqun. Construct living space for all within 12 cycles. Or refuse. No. We'll definitely do that. And that will give us an opportunity to build the housing, which I want to place over here. So we're going to be building a massive amount of housing back here. And hopefully that will also be able to remove this. There we go. And then we can continue our road in here. We will need to go down there as well so we can empty those. We have 70 unhoused yet. And now I can remove this part here, because that will allow us to get more housing. I want to make it like really nice here, and if I can't build it here, well I can, but it's not connected to any roads, so I need to build a road on the back of these. I think I'll do that. No, I will not. No, don't build it. There we go. I'll build the road like this instead, because then I can build a third one in the back here. Nice. There and there. This doesn't take much space. So this is 6 times 15. That's going to be 90. So this is actually enough to do that. And how are we doing with provide housing? Yes, we have also provided here there's some food stockpile that we then can bring in here to our mess hall, and then, well, they seem to be okay. We bring it into here, and then you can see that there's a new batch going over, and then it'll transfer from this location. At some point this will be coming out as well. Let's see, we want to take that out, and then we want to take these out as well, so we can continue on our housing area over at this location. Let's see, this is at 74, this is at 72. So I think it's really valuable to have 2 of these, because it just means that we can build twice as fast. We're also working up pretty quickly. Now we have a constructed cargo ship in the docking bay. That's here. So let's go in here. We have room for 3 ships. We can make a mining ship, a cargo ship, and a science ship. We are not being told to do a mining ship, so let's do a cargo ship and a science ship. So those will now be built. It'll take a bit of time. You can see that they are being brought stuff back here. This is the polymers are being brought in for the cargo ship, and these are now still available because we still have something. How are we doing on... Oops, I don't want to look at the tutorial. You will use me as your tutorial for today, and hopefully for a long time. Alright, this is good. I need these 2 to go away, and the best way to get them, make them to go away, we're going to get more people into our little colony, so we might as well do this part, so we can have them, first of all, allocate 30 more of the alloys here, and then start picking up these 2, so we can continue our journey further down here, and try to keep a nice city block theme to our factory floor here, our sector. How are we doing? We have now built a cargo ship. There we go. The cargo ship is going out, and then I can go out into the overview. Construct a cargo ship. Configure the cargo ship to retrieve food from the fleet management module. So here we have our new setup ships. So we have mining ships, we have cargo ships, we have Optimus. What do you want? So you can see that we have 100 available. The rest is 0 available. So I'm going to click it. We can click it multiple times and then decide on the priority. But I'm going to build it like this. Then it will automatically find out where it can bring things or where it can pick up things. And that was from Osanabi. And then it'll go back and forth. If we didn't go into our overview, you can see it's coming in here and it's now docking. While the science ship is now built. And we can then use the science ship. We have the science ship down here, and then we can allocate where we want to go. So I will allocate it to fly to the moon. And then the summary of intelligence on abandoned base camp. The base.
Science ship has
There we go.
arrived at destination.
It has arrived. So we get an option for what to do. The base is out of commission. Auxiliary systems are operational and may be used to restore power. There is an average probability of finding resources. Transmission from the Medusa team. We have reached the UN base using the provided coordinates. It is abandoned and depressurized, but the video surveillance system is still functional. Awaiting orders. Exploit the vulnerability. Hacking into the surveillance system, the Medusa team will find a way to access core systems and retrieve any confidential science data. Of course we're going to do that. Of course. And then it's going to take a bit of time. If we look out here, we have an event at Mars. We have an event at Saturn as well. No other further events as it seems. Rumor has it that there's also a secret thing out here. But we are not about sort of looking for secret things. We are more about looking for just understanding this game. And I'm just really enjoying it. Like the music, the sound, the design, the fact that it starts in a really crisp way. Like this is small and very manageable. And then you can see how much it has potential to just escalate from here. Yeah. There, and we can make more housing. We're gonna get more people for the housing very soon. And if we get events, then that's also okay. So we want to make sure that these here are going to be removed first, because then we have a nice big area for building, and then we can take that out afterwards. Polymers and resource. So those will be the next ones we command. And we have the moon event. We are going to go out and then have the moon event. What does it say? We have 90 science to collect. Sweet. And we hacked into the main computer system as you ordered. And found several relevant research papers and datasets. Awesome. And now we'll dismantle a camp for resources. So what now is happening is the... No, I shouldn't be here. You should be... All right, so it's actually dismantling. When it's dismantling, I think it'll start consuming the science, and it can consume 30 science per 60 science per cycle. So we'll just let it sit here. First it's dismantling, and after it's been dismantling, then it'll hopefully start consuming the science. Go back inside, and in here, well, we could build more stuff, but we kind of just want to wait until we have that available, or we're being prompted to build that. There. So you can see, very nice. We are building a little city over here. That's really nice. And it can be a surprise to no one that I decided to do some city block builds here, right? That should be no... Oh, there. There. So now everything will be located. Science ship has completed its task. There. And we found 30 plus sites to collect. And the listening post. So now I have 120 at this location, and the ship is now consuming it. Consuming it, that means actually carrying it from here and then putting it up in our reserve that will be used for us to research new tech. There isn't a lot of tech available in the demo, but it just gives us a sense of how the science actually work in this game, which is super amazing. So we have new things we can build. We can build health things, an infirmary, we can build factories, a tech lab, which is what we'll be prompted to do very soon. So we'll build it when prompted and not before that. And we'll just speed up while waiting for the science to complete. You can see it's just counting down. So let's get that done. And now we're done.
Administrator, I have an incoming transmission from Dolus's head of medicine, Dr. Abhinav Munshi.
Munchies. Let's hear it.
Greetings, Administrator. I'm Dr. Abhinav Munshi, Dolo's expert in compartmentalism and medicine, and a member of the Marduk Council. I'm glad to finally meet you, even in this digital manner. Your psychological test results were quite impressive. My friend and colleague, Philip Stanford, couldn't be here today, so I will take the role of introducing you to the final stages of the whole engine integration. Before we get into that, however, we would like you to complete the testing station's exploration and enhancement capabilities. You'll then be able to begin researching the EVA airlock and assess its compatibility with the Tiqqun's core systems. I hope that the work of our team will ensure that you're equipped to deal with most situations you encounter up there. Before I leave you, Stanford would like me to remind you that space is a far less fanciful and forgiving environment than science fiction would have us believe. It would be wise to remember that.
And transmission. Construct the Vol engine. That is our key objective here. Now, the first thing we want to do is make a factory. That is the tech lab. That's a pretty big one. We could build it here. That would be lovely. I could also have remembered to remove things in advance so that I could actually build it here where I wanted to build it. That is kind of annoying. I think this one is actually already marked for deconstruction. So the best thing we could do is actually just build some housing. So we get more productivity done here. I know I'm going to need it anyway. So I need this here to be emptied. That means I need to consume 90. We'll make more housing. I know I need to get to 200 housing. So it's not going to be a problem to do that. But we want this one to be emptied. This is why you don't click all of these, because sometimes you might want to clean them out in a specific order. And that's what we are trying to do here. So let's get those little workers on here. And I think it's really advantageous to have two stockpiles, because you can see how quickly we can build things here. And now we're burning through our stockpile, and once we're done with the construction, or these will be running empty, then we'll start working on the next. Health. One. There are no active health buildings in this sector. I know, we can get those. We can get a health building, I think. I don't know if I want it, but we can make it here. Let's make it close to where they live, because that's probably a good idea to build it there. That's 40. Alright, so these are now being built, and we are really burning through our stockpile. That means this should be emptied pretty quickly. There we go. Now it's going to get emptied, because then we want to build our factory. We can only build that once this actually empties. And let's see, where are we? 77, 44. Yeah, that's definitely going to be empty. There. And we'll rotate so that we can build it right there. Come on. There. Sweet. And it's done. I do not want these roads here. There. Off you go. So this is getting built, and then we can start working on some of the other things that we need to Need to move out. I think I'd take this one out first, and maybe that one, so we get that, and then we'll take this part here as well. Looking good. And that will be, we are now working on this. This is working, and they are restocking their internal supplies. This, yeah, let's get these out of the way now that that's done. I think this one still, oh, I forgot. Yeah, this one will not be cleared first. Doesn't matter. It will be fine. Build the tech lab. We're building a tech lab, and over here we have the science ship. Should we go out and send the science ship, because your science ship is somewhere else? Let's send it to Mars. That's a good place to build it, and then we go back inside. And how much housing do we have? I wish I could see the housing easily. I don't know. Don't know how we're seeing the housing.
Due to insufficient levels of electricity generation, more than 50 Sector 1's power demand has overloaded.
Oops.
Stanford routines recommend that you construct an external solar panel to boost overall electrical output.
Okay. So we can see we have 60. That one just turned it over the edge. Power restored. Close, but not really. Now we have another tab open, the technology tree, and that will give us some opportunities to make the EVA airlock, repairs hull, and can construct exterior surfaces. We definitely want to do that. And you can see here, this is upgrades available. That was not part of it. You can see here all the way outside. We can't zoom further out, but you can see there's more interesting things out here in certain outer rings. We might even sort of have to research these things. But for the demo, you can see all of this, like law enforcement, alternative life center, exo fighting drone, fusion stations, electronics factory, colonization training center. It seems just so exciting. I'm thrilled about this. External construction, power. We need to do solar panels. And now that we have reached Mars, let's see. The UN has established a facility on Mars. They are currently lacking the materials required to repair a critical fault in their oxygen supply. Repair the fault in exchange for resources. Repair the oxygen supply in exchange for research data. Do we want one or the other? We'll take that one. There. And then you can see we need a cargo ship. Send Optimus to transport 10 alloy and 10 polymers to the event to Mars. Yes. And then we can see the ship is en route. And we should be able to see the cargo ship should now depart from our Tiqqun station. That's depends on where it was before, but it should be departing from Tiqqun station soon. Maybe, oh right, it's loading. It's loading now. And the technology has been unlocked. The EVA unlock has been unlocked. Then we will get a probe launcher, I guess. And then afterwards we can get an insect farm. Those are the only things we can research. But what we did, we just got a structure is the EVA airlock. Let's get that. And I wanted that to build here. What a coincidence that we just have room for it right there where we meet room for it. So this is a big build. We are getting research and we don't have any health. That's okay. This one will take 12 power. So when we get this, when this is completed, we're going to lose a lot of other things that are currently powered. I'm going to need to unpower this part. Oh, that's good. Good to see that. And this is the cargo ship is now flying back. And we got 30 to collect. And we'll leave the science ship here to collect that. And then we'll send it off to Saturn as well. I am really enjoying the UI on this, or the UX. The UX, like the whole experience of how seamless it is to work out here. How seamless it is to transition in. And this is like a little factory game here. And then I guess we'll have some more constructions, or we'll actually get to see those constructions as soon as this completes. Did we complete the research? Yeah, we did complete the research here. We can unlock the next research, but it's not going to get there because very soon, as soon as we get this, our power will shut down and we'll have to disable our tech lab in order to get the EVA airlock operational. We can only have one of those until we build some more stuff. And it's coming online now. I think I will be...
Power supply overloaded.
Yeah. Here, tab, then do that, and then we are at 60 and 60, and then we'll turn back on. Tab to go in and out of the electricity. It's really nice way that you can just turn it on and off like that. And now we are going to go in here, and we have the EVA airlock. And then from here, I think we can now go to level 2. Construct the Vol engine via the construction panel on the exterior view. So now we have options to do something on the exterior view. We have the special, the Vol engine. Not just yet. We want to do some solar panels first. Construct solar panels 1. Yes. And then there's also solar panel set 2. That one. Yes. Sweet. That'll give us more power. This is the only way to get more power, at least for now. You can see that this is working on building solar panels. And if we go in, they'll be bringing stuff over to this location so that it can be built. And I think it's also time to tap some more materials here. There we go. That's the rest of the materials we have available. If we look at our location, we have a bit here that we can pick up. So let's also mark that. Slightly lower than the food. But if we have the option, then definitely go and get that. Our science ship is done. So let's have the science ship fly to Saturn for the next potential event that we can explore. And if we look at our outer lines here, this is being built, and that gives us 20 power. That's good. And those are the 2. Let's see. There we go. I can't really see that here. So now we can sort of expand. This is the first solar panel, and we can expand the solar panel and expand all the way out as we progress. But of course, that's just not really necessary right now. What we have now is more power, so we can switch this back on. Let's go to the tab and then turn that on.
A new request awaits your attention.
Here's a new request. Wonder what that is going to be. Administrator, reports are being received related to the Barsheville-Klein optimization protocols on board the Tiqqun. They indicate that crew members are being overworked, although Dollar's employment contracts are designed to provide a high degree of flexibility. It is beginning to take its toll on morale. It would be pragmatic to deploy additional crew members or reduce the number of concurrent active workplaces. Request additional crew from the Oceanabi. There. We'll get 20 more. Sweet, that's not much. We'll get 20 more. That's fine. We can easily get those. But we are not getting them in unless we actually mark it as also something we want to transport on our cargo ship. So that needs to indicate that the cargo ship is going there.
Has arrived at destination.
And those, those indicators are so cool. Also, when we get one of those transmissions, then we should, you should notice that it changes depending on if you hear it in here, then it's then on a loudspeaker. If you hear it out here or here, then it's more of a radio field. That's so cool. Overworked. There. Send a team to investigate. We'll definitely send a team to investigate. And it's going to take a bit of time. Not a problem. We are going to go in here. And let's see if we can get some more people in. Are you transporting? Yeah, 0. So if we look out here, we should be seeing... Nope, they're actually already in here. Overworked. Are they overworked? I have 99 workers and 6 in space, so that should be okay. I don't think I'm overworked. Nope, there would be a warning down here if they were overworked. Here's the sector. Happiness, optimal. Yeah, of course it's optimal on this factory. Sweet. Health, factories, housing. This is done. There's nothing more we can research, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. This is the demo, after all. And we'll be have to keep an eye on this on Steam, and I would also recommend it just for you to hit it on the wish list. That helps actually small developers out. I want to get this one, but I also wanted to get this when they actually requested it. I'll build those, because they need to be built anyway. And then we go to the Vol engine. That is out here. Let's get the Vol engine built. That's over on the special. Let's get that built. Build that. Vol engine indeed. We don't know where it's going to be. And that will now get all of these little ones busy. Transporting out here. 30 plus 30 plus 100. So it's actually more than they can do for all of them. But this one is getting built. They are transporting in here. So we can build the Vol engine. Or at least getting... overwork. Huh. Alright, that's...
science ship team has completed a task.
Completed a task. Sweet. Resolve. Science to collect. Alright, so we can collect that at this point. And if we don't have anything else, then I am just going to send you back to... Interesting that I can't send you to the Tiqqun. Huh. There. I'm just going to go all the way out here to see if I see any other things, like maybe a little asteroid planet thing Oh, right, probes. We want to do probes as well, don't we? Let's do that. And we constructed the roll. I think we'll get an incoming transmission now. Incoming transmission.
Administrator, because of your continued successful management of the Tiqqun, Dolos have authorized the dispatch of new crew members and food supplies. Please ensure that they have suitable accommodation once you reach Proxima Centauri.
Yeah. Depart the solar system. Alright, we get the mission. We get the mission now. Okay, we have more food to collect. We have 100 more to collect here. We'll collect the food first, I think. And we're now building the probe launcher, so we can start to see if we can get some probes launched before that. I will be cleaning up these weird roads. Yep. And unfortunately I built it over here, so that kind of is encroaching on our population location. There. There. So much for the city blocks. Build more city blocks here. Oh, we don't even have enough. Oh dear. That's a thing. Let's have a look. End of transmission. Sweet. So we got more people here from Osanabi that we can pick up. We can pick up the resources. We can pick up the crew. And we should have our... Here. Yeah, you are just coming in with more food. And they will be flying back and probably picking up the food as well. Coming in with more food here. Okay, it's coming in. Unload the food. And it's being unloaded. And resource transfer is complete. Then it will go out, and then we should be able to see it fly over there, and then it should pick up 50 more resources of 50 more people. They'll come in, and then the question is, do we have enough space to actually store them? That's questionable, isn't it? I still can't see how much. Okay, just barely getting it, and we got 50 more. So need more human storage. We'll just complete this, right? And then make another... Oh, we can't build it there. Oh well. There. I like that. Let's see if that's possible. I don't know if they can even build these. And then we have 205. Is that enough? How many do I need? I don't think I need this. Kill that housing. There we go. I think that's going to be enough. Good. Power is struggling. At this point, what can we do? We can build...
The different phases of preparation, calibration, and verification were successfully completed.
Awesome.
Let's now start the full bonding procedure. Dolos protocols now deem you competent to gather resources, knowledge, and test colonization routines once you reach Proxima Centauri. Before you do so...
So where do we want to launch a probe? We can launch a probe anywhere we want. Anywhere we want. Let's launch it here. Boop.
Daniel Dolos, Marduk Council founder and Dolos CEO, wants to talk to you.
Excellent.
Hello, Administrator. I'm glad to see that you have managed to complete your assignments in preparation for this unique moment in history. You must understand that this is not simply another chapter in humanity's story. The book of our life on Earth is over, and we stand now at its epilogue.
It saddens me to think that there are many who have yet to comprehend the reality of our situation. We've endured endless cycles of war, crisis, and famine. Still, the worst is yet to come. There are others like Dolos who have prepared for this outcome, but
most of our kind remain sheltered from the horror of the predicament we find ourselves in. This pale ghost of civilization will wither and die, and with it,
the tenets and values of the past. As we prepare to leave this system for the first time, perhaps we must decide which fragments we will pick up and take forward with us. Through Dolos, I am offering mankind an alternative means of survival. The Tiqqun is a tablet upon which we will carve our new history. Do you recognize why I have done all of this?
No.
Having foreseen our fate, I became fixated on altering it. I set about fashioning the ropes and tying the knots that would bind together this magnificent ship. It is true that our time in this world is brief, but at least I can rest assured knowing that my legacy will endure for eons.
Farewell, Administrator. For the few who stand in the light,
And the many who dwell in the dark, you carry the fate of us all.
Awesome. Then we should get like the finest move the Tiqqun into orbit on the moon. Okay, so we move the Tiqqun here over to the moon. Yes. Glorious. I love it. No sounds in space.
More than 50% of the Tiqqun's population are lacking quarters.
What? That's a bug. Oh, right. I know why that might be the case. Because it went to maybe battery power or something. And then... that was a weird one. 150% lacking population. They do have that. Yeah, there. Initiate the vol button here. Oh, look at that. It's now looking at it from the side. That looks cool. I can't... oh, I can rotate it. Nice. That's a nice space station. And our little solar panels here. Let's go up to this location. And then we'll initiate the vol engine ready for launch. There.
Vol engine.
And then everything in here is kind of on standby. In the meantime. Yeah, see, 99. Everything is on standby. Everyone... we're just using all the power to feed the volt charge. Whoops. All ships will return. Yes, okay. All ships will return. Perfect. And now that means when we do that, ready to jump, then we end the demo, which I think is a great way, but there's a really cool outro cinematic. So we're going to watch that and then we're going to wrap up afterwards. So let's see what happens when we do the vol jump. Yes.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tiqqun Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard, They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the full engine.
Thank you very much for watching. Wasn't that an absolutely surprising end to the demo? And it just opens so many questions. Now I am blown away by this game. I think it's super amazing. I had very little expectations. You never know with these kind of indie games when they come out. They can be really well polished, or they can be, well, let's say rough around the edges. This is absolutely crisp. Like, if you think about it, like, the gameplay is so easy to get into, and it does seem to have like some complexity in terms of administration of the different sectors and on the space station, whatever that's going to be in the real game. And first successful test of the Vol engine. The morale of the Tiqqun crew is high as they prepare for the next step of the journey. Oops, we kind of broke the moon as we launched. That's kind of unfortunate for the people back on Earth. But alright, well, that's not our problem, is it? We left. Yeah. So if you found this as interesting as I do, then what you can do is you can, to help the developers, go to Steam and hit the wish list. This is the way for the game developers to know that there's an interest. This is a way for Steam to know that there is an interest in the game, and that they will sort of promote it to other people based on similar likes. And I guess that if you like the games that I'm playing, you will probably also like this game as well. I'm certainly going to be looking at keeping a vigilant eye on the release. And of course, if you like this video and want to see more of this kind of stuff, and specifically more Ixion when that comes out, then by all means, hit the like button, share, and if for whatever odd reason you made it all the way to the end of the video without being subscribed to the channel, well, consider subscribing. I will see you guys in the next episode, and thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.